Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my YouTube channel, Just Count Me in Yoga, and my name is Sari Stone. I'm a holistic life coach, a tutor, and a yoga teacher. My students have been asking me for quite some time to post my classes, and so here's the first batch. These actually were pre-recorded during the COVID times. I recorded them for my job, but I will be recording starting in January 2 live classes a month, possibly more. And if you like these, please like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram at SariStone2025 and come check out my podcast, Just Count Me In, about living your best life. And that also starts January 29th, 2025. I hope you enjoy your practice. Let's get into it. Namaste. For this class, it will come in handy if you're near a wall, if you want to use that to enhance some of your poses for balance. And if you have a block or 4-pack of Charmin or cans or something you can lean your hand on, that's a good idea. Also, a strap helps with the balancing poses. You can also use a dog leash. If you want, you can use a tie or a belt. So let's get started. So let's start standing with your hands at your heart center. Just grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. Taking a moment to settle in, set your gaze, pushing a little bit more through the outside of the heels, and finding your center, finding your balance. Taking a deep inhale, and exhaling the breath all the way. Inhaling to a count of 3, going a little bit taller through the spine, pressing the palms together, thumbs into the solar plexus. Exhale the air. Inhale the breath. Music's a little loud, I think. Sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Breath in, come up to a halfway lift. And then breath out, grab your block. Put it between your knees. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Squeezing the block. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up on the inhale. This helps to engage your core. Exhale, twist it open to the right. Bringing that left hip back. It's as if somebody's pressing into my right hand. Sweep the arms up on an inhale. And then exhale, twist it open to the left. Bringing that right hip back. Breath in. Swan dive down, breath out. Inhale, come up halfway lift. Exhale, jump or step to plank pose, squeezing the block. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach. Squeezing the block, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Loop the shoulders, come up. Mid-cobra. Loop the shoulders, press your hands, drag them back about another inch. Come back, higher cobra. And then highest cobra, prepping for an eventual back bend. Back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, jump to the space between your hands. Come up halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up. Exhale, twist it open to the right. Inhale, bring it up to center. Exhale, twist it open to the left. Breath in. Exhale, back bend. Roll the shoulders back a few times and then sweep the arms up on an inhale. Gather it up. And ears between the biceps, tipping the weight forward. Breath out, forward fold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the block. Now from here, take your left hand, place it down, reach your right arm up. And take your hand onto your sacrum if you want, just to get that twist. Now from here, you could also release your block, bring the floor a little bit closer. Breath in and breath out. Go ahead back to center on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Deflate your lungs. Inhale, come up halfway, put your right hand on the block, lift your left arm up and twist. Or take that hand onto the sacrum and twist from there. Bring that right hip back into the hand. Breath in and breath out, feeling it through the obliques. Forward fold as your exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, jump or step back to plank pose. Bend your elbows, come to chaturanga. Press the tops of your feet, come to upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog is your exhale. Breath in and breath out. Walk your feet and come to tabletop position. Tabletop position. Bring your right knee into your nose on the inhale. Extend it behind you on the exhale. Dial the pinky toe down, roll the ankle out. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Oh, I think I kicked the lilac. Inhale, extend it. And then look ahead, lengthen. Baby chaturanga is the exhale. Inhale, reach up. Breath, nose in. Knee into nose. Exhale, extend. Knee to right tricep. Exhale, extend. Look ahead. Baby chaturanga. Breath in. Rotate onto your left knee. Press your right foot down. Walk your hands up and come all the way up. And then gate pose as your exhale. Again, if you want to bring the floor closer and to get that block, get the block there. Bring hands up in the inhale. And then arc over to the right. On the exhale, you can grab your wrist here. Really lengthening through the side of your left body. Come back to center. And then fold. Breathe in. Deeper than you want to go. And fold. Come all the way up one more time. Now pivot. Place your left hand down. Come back onto your right foot. Plant both hands down. Sweep your left leg up. Now don't bend the knee and stack here. Stay here. Come onto the toes and lower. And then pick up the toes of that right foot, of the foot that you're standing on. You should feel this in your adductors. Breath in. Big breath out, rotating the biceps out of the ears. Inhale and exhale. One more. And lower. Left knee to nose. And drop your right knee down. Extend it out. And bring it in. Extend it out. And to the left tricep. Extend out. Chaturanga. We did a little extra on the left side because it's your tighter side. Usually most people have a tighter side. Usually it's the left side. We don't know why. Bring the knee in and extend out. Left knee to left tricep and release it. Look ahead. Bend the elbows. Baby chaturanga. Breath in. Pivot to the right side. Face yourself up. Come all the way up on the inhale. And then take your right hand, press it into a block if you want. Big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale the air. Pull your right wrist with your left hand. Then arc over. One more. Exhale the air. Fold. Gather your energy. Bring it up. And then exhale, lower. Really lengthening through those hamstrings, getting that opening. Breath up. And last one. Pivot onto your right knee, base up in your left foot. Now you're going to sweep your right leg back and come onto your toes and lower. Make sure that that heel is directly behind the toes. Up. And down, and up, and down. And then this time, try to pick up your left toes. Big opening here. Breath in, breath out. Inhale the air, bring the right knee to the nose. Exhale, extend. Knee to right tricep, fire up that core, and extend. Step it through, right leg lunge. Now take your left hand down. You can place it onto a block. I like the block. And twist. Twist it open. Make sure that that twist is coming from your mid-spine and that your hip stays out of it. So breath here. Breath out. Go ahead and close it up. Sweep that leg back to plank. Come through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. and downward facing dog. Sweep that left leg up high. Knee to nose is the exhale. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, step it through. Take the block, put it underneath your right hand, left arm up. Pick up that right hip because it wants to dip. You just reach, extend, stack the shoulders, lean back a little bit, soften the neck, soften the face. Breath in, breath out, close it up. Should be starting to feel warm. Push back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, come onto the toes. Exhale, jump to the space between your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, bend the knees, come all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, back bend, offer. Inhale, puff and round. And exhale, open. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. And then arc over to the right on the exhale. So grabbing the left wrist, the right foot can come up just a little bit, making sure that your toes are pointed straight towards the front. Come a little bit more. And then straighten it. Grab the right wrist and lengthen. Shoulders out of the ears. Pick up your left leg. Bring it out. Pull your right arm or pull over to the left. Lift that leg up as high as you can get it, high enough that it should throw you off your balance. One breath in and breath out. Hands at the heart center. Sweep your arms up on the inhale and exhale, forward fold. Come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, relax. Put the block between your knees. We're going to do a little bit of work. Sit back, Utkatasana. And then sipping bird. Pick your heels up. Lower the hips down. Sweep the arms up on the inhale, Utkatasana. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Interlace your hands behind your back. Forward folds is your exhale while you're squeezing the block. Inhale, come up halfway. Jump or step to plank pose. Squeezing the block. Pass through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Don't lose the block. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come onto the toes on the inhale. Jump to the space on the exhale. Inhale, come up halfway, lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up. Exhale, twist it open to the right. Up on the inhale. Exhale, twist it open to the left. Bring it up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pick your heels up. And sink a little deeper while squeezing the block. Now hands release. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Release the hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Should be squeezing that block like nobody's business. Downward facing dog. This heats you up faster than anything. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, come up Utkatasana. Exhale, arms behind. Inhale, straighten the legs. Come all the way up to Tadasana pose. And exhale to a back bend. Straighten the arms on the inhale and bring your left knee in on the exhale. Give it a big squeeze. You're in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take this leg, open it up, standing pigeon. You can stay here. It's just an easier way to get in. You can start to stretch and kick it out, lean back a little bit. For 5, 4, drain the tension out of your shoulders. 3, some of you might want to counter your balance by kicking the leg out. 2, and 1. Bring the knee back in and step it back, Utkatasana. Sweep the arms up exhale, arms behind you, airplane arms. Inhale, weight is in the left leg, bring your right knee in. Give it a squeeze. Stay with it. Find your focus, set your drishti, set your gaze. And then from here, take your foot, make friends with your ankle and your shin, and then you kick back a little bit. Whoop. Draining the tension out of your neck. One side is going to be different than the other. Hang with it. You're in for 5. Using those stabilizer muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands up on the inhale. Swan dive down on your exhale. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. And exhale, jump or step back to plank pose. Bend the elbows here. Pass through, upward facing dog. Now stay here, look to the right, stretch. Back to center. Look to the left, stretch. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot through on the inhale. Now straighten that leg as if you're coming into pyramid pose. And then land that leg on your knee, land all the weight, on your heel. And then bend into it, you've got your lunge. Come up on the inhale, twist it open to the right on the exhale. Come on up, back to crescent. And then from here, place your hands down. Press your palms together, round the back, and pull it in. And then round, and pull. And round, really exaggerate this movement, and pull. Pull that left hand back. You're opening up to warrior 2. Warrior 2 here. I'll spin so you can see me better. Right leg is forward. Stay here, reverse your warrior on the inhale. And then extended side angle on your exhale. So reach. Now again, this is a time where you can use your block to deepen the pose. You can press your palm into the block, leave your left arm up and lengthen out a little bit more. Take a little bit of a back bend or a little bind. Breath in, breath out. Come up to center on the inhale. Praserada is your exhale. So feet are parallel, arms are out wide, shoulders open, and then fold forward. Just dive. Walk your hands out a little bit here. Very, very wide legged. You can take your block. Place your hands onto your block if you need a little bit more space through your shoulder blades. And just press the block away, press into your hips. Now for some of you, from here, you're going to take your arms and dolphin your arms. Maybe head is here. Some of you might want to come all the way down and modify this. Land a bug on the rug and put your head down. Now take from this point, press out into your pinky toes. And that's good. You're going to feel the tibialis turn on if your pinky toes are pressing. So press to the outside of your feet. Press them down hard and you should feel something. And for 5, 4, press them a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back. Hands on the hips, belly strong, come all the way up. Woo! Warrior 2 to face the other way, so left knee bends. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle, glide out. Again, I would suggest taking your block, pressing your hand into the block just for this class, just to get that deepening. We know that maybe you can touch the floor without the block. Play around a little bit, be a little bit experimental. Maybe take the left hand behind you. Lengthening through the right side body. Breath in, breath out. Inhale here, and exhale the air, deepen in. Reach with your right arm, come all the way up to star on the inhale. Horse is your exhale. A little side to side, so a little bit of oblique work here. Arms are out to the side. And you can bend slowly to the right, and then up, and then to the left, and up. And then right, back up, left, and up. Star is your inhale. Warrior two is your exhale. Cartwheel your arms down. Scoot your right leg up. Bend the knees. Stack the hip. Open it up. This time you can open it up. You're not just on the toes. So roll up that ankle. Maybe some hip circles. Sweep the leg up on an inhale. Cross it underneath you on the exhale. Fall in triangle. So pressing the outside of your right foot and flattening your left foot. Bring your left arm up. Reach over the head. Back up to the ceiling and curl it under. Up, over the head, bow out the ribs, and curl. 3 more. Up, over, up, curl, up, over, up, curl. A lot of work in the sides today. To be nice and open for the poses that we're deepening into. Sweep the right leg up, step it through right leg lunge. Now again, knee to nose, step that foot almost straight, land on the heel, weight is on the heel, then bend the leg and come all the way up. High crescent here. Twist it open to the right and sweep the hands up. Open it up to warrior two to face the back. Breath in, sweep it up to high crescent, and breath out, press your hands together. Sweep the right arm open, warrior two. Reverse here, an extended side angle. This time, you're going to straighten that left leg. You come to Trikonasana, triangle pose. So reaching long, maybe pressing your hand into a block. Bring that right hip back. Grounding down through the ball mound of that left foot, making sure that you push this right hip toward the back of the mat. From here, you're going to take your hand onto your right hip and extend your left arm out. And you could sweep your right arm over, and for some of you, you might come to baby compass. You might bring that arm around and grab your hip. This is baby compass. Inhale here. Breath out. Some of you might be like, no, I would rather just stay in traditional triangle. That's fine. This is not just you following a bunch of orders. Lead with your left arm, come up, reverse triangle. It's following directions to keep you safe while discovering in your own practice what your body needs today. Not just following directions. Exhale the air. Sweep it back to triangle. And now this time, hand on the hip and launch it to half moon on the left side. So this is going to be your choice. You know half moon. If you're familiar, you can use a block. I'm going to use a wall to demonstrate cartwheel pose. So left hand is going to come to the outside of the left foot. Right hand is going to keep going. You're going to look down the front of your body. Make sure that you can see your right foot. You can stay here. You can also practice traditional half moon, or you can practice Japasana where you grab your foot. This is your choice. Take a big breath and breath out. Extend that leg, land in warrior two. Woo, softly. Inhale up to star, or not. Exhale, warrior two to face the back. Breath in, reverse your warrior. And then breath out, extended side angle. You might sweep the arm a few times. And then straighten that leg, come to triangle pose. Your version of triangle. Bring those hips back, flattening. Maybe coming to the ground, maybe not. Less is more in triangle. You want the triangle to show up in the pose. breath. Now bend into your right knee, and we'll try this one if you choose. You're going to bring your left arm around and right arm underneath. Maybe you grab the thigh, maybe you stay in triangle, or maybe you come to compass pose, baby compass. And for 3, 2, 1, breath in. Come all the way up to warrior 2. And from this way, we're going to launch it from this side. We'll get into half moon this way. Left hand on your left hip. Kind of like that song on the little teapot from when you were little, way back. Maybe before your turn, not sure. And then launch into half moon. Sorry, I taught preschool for a couple years. Still remnants of that. And I love it. So reach down through the front of your body. And then reach up for traditional half moon. If you want triangle, you can do it against the wall. Bring that left arm across, right arm by that right foot, and then arch it open. Look under your left arm. Reach, make sure you see your foot. Other option here is to bend up that leg and come to Chapasana. Whoop, there's that foot. One inhale here. And a big deep exhale. Kick into it if you've got that foot. Get it, as they say. And then bend your right knee. Land with a thud in warrior 2. Come up to star. Whew. Skandasana to the left. You should be feeling nice and warm. Skandasana to the right. And to the left. And to the right. All the way out, Prasarita to second set. So here you go, you're going to walk your hands out. You can either ground in to the outside edges of your feet or come down dolphin pose. Now if this is a time that you're ready to do an inversion, you can take your head down, interlace your hands, engage the core. You can do this against a wall if you want. Or you can just stay here. This is still considered inverting. Plug your shoulders in, come onto the toes. And maybe play with it. Maybe twisting around. There you go. Land when you're ready. Walk your hands back in. Come all the way up to star and back bend. Straighten the arms on the inhale, flow low on the exhale. Come up halfway lift. Come to seed pose. Give yourself a squeeze. Grab a block or something to sit on. Go ahead and have a seat. And get your balance. Okay? If you're lucky enough to have 2 blocks or a block and a pillow, you can also put a block between your knees or a pillow between your knees. Okay, this takes a lot more than normal boat. Feel free to get rid of the block if you want to get rid of the block. Here we go. Reach. Extend arms up, squeezing the block, just like we did earlier. And then sweep to the right. Whew. It's okay, it's normal for you to lose your balance and you should be shaking. If you're not shaking, you're not doing it. So go to the point where you've got shake. Come up. And then arms out wide, lift the heart. Some of you will straighten your legs. I'm going to pass on that today. And then remove the block. Stay seated on the other one. Bring the knees into the chest. And then if you wish, you can pick up one leg, straight this way, around the outside of the heel, other leg. There we go. Hopefully with more grace than that. And grab and bring those legs towards you. Big breath in, breath out. See if you can find that place where you're balanced, where you're centered. And reach through your heels a little bit more. One more breath. Breath out, soles of the feet together, a big relief. A little side to side, a Reach the arms up on the inhale, interlace the hands, and then round them forward. Inhale, back bend. Reach up to the center. Press the outside edges of your feet together. Sit up a little bit taller. Twist it open to the right. Lengthen through your spine. And then twist it open to your left. And lengthen. Big breath here. Come to center. Go ahead and release. Come onto your back. Just enough time to do this for our first half. Bicycle sit-ups. So you're going to bring your right knee above your right hip, extend your left leg out. Hands behind the ears, behind the head, or on the forehead. You're going to inhale, come up, and then extend. Right elbow to left knee, extend. So you've got 5 more of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now extend everything up. Push with your hands, pick your legs up. This is plank on your back. So just push, push, push. Getting into the transverse abdominis, the muscles in the middle. Breath in, lift those feet a little bit more. Push with your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bend your knees up, give yourself a squeeze. Roll around your sacrum one time. Soles of the feet down, interlace your hands behind your back. Come up to a brief bridge pose, tuck the chin. Toes are closer than heels. Inhale the air. Exhale here. If you want a little bit more support, you can lift up your hips. Maybe have to place your hands underneath your sacrum, robot arms, and just spread that sacrum apart. Give yourself more space. One more. And a breath out. Lower the hips down. Bring your knees into your chest on the inhale. Rock and roll 3 times. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Come all the way up to a seated position. Cross your legs in front of you. Reach your arms up on the inhale. Walk your hands out in front of you on the exhale. Walk them over to the right. Get a little stretch. And then back to center. Walk them over to the left. Get a little stretch. And you're nice and warmed up here. Come back to center on the inhale. Hands at your heart center. Breath in. And an exhale out. Okay, you're warmed up now. You're done with part 1. So we're going to start with Utkatasana. We get you some music. You've been here before, reaching your arms forward, hips back. It's a lightning bolt pose. Find some intensity in this pose. Feel your fire turn on a little bit. Breath in, pick your left leg up, and breath out, cross it over, eagle pose. So you can make the full wrap. I'm going to kickstand my leg and take my left arm under, pressing up on the inhale. And then exhale in the air. So sink the hips simultaneously. Inhale, I'm pressing my hands up. And then exhale, sinking my hips, squeezing everything in. Now from here, release your arms, bring them together to prayer pose. Pressing the thumbs into your solar plexus and take a twist if you choose. If not, as you saw in triangle earlier, you can stay in the traditional pose. Maybe hooking the elbow, maybe not. If eagle leg side crow is in your practice, that's good. If I just spoke another language to you, then this isn't the day. Take care of your body. Big breath in, lengthen through the crown of your head. Unify your whole body from the tip of your left toe all the way through the crown of your head and sink the hips deeper. Release, hands up on the inhale, left leg down, right leg up on the exhale. Figure 4. Stretch the arms out wide, get your balance. We've been here one other time, sort of. We picked up the leg. We did standing pigeon. So from here, you're going to take your left hand onto your hip, and your right hand onto your right big toe. Bring the knee in and up. And then from this point, you can strap your foot if that's a little bit easier for you. Now you can stay here, or you can extend it up and out. Finding that balance. Making sure nothing is moving around in front of you. Keeping things nice and still. Breath. And then breath out. Bring it in. Give yourself a little grace here. And come up. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. Oh, back bend as you exhale. Big inhale here. Just fly. Let your breath soar through your body. Exhale back to Utkatasana. Bring it in. Internally rotate so that your pinkies are a little bit closer to each other and sit back. Awkward and intense, that's the name of the pose, it earned it. Weight is on the left leg, pick your right leg up and cross it over. Cross your right arm under and press up. Bring everything toward the midline. Press up on the inhale, grounding the hips down on the exhale. Squeezing the legs, pressing the palms up. Breathing into those shoulder blades, sinking the hips a little bit more. Now some of you might stay here, traditional eagle, huge immune booster, perfect for this time of year, which is all year right now. Press your thumbs to the center of your solar plexus. Some of you will deepen the twist, which is more of a purifying, detoxifying pose. And then push that left elbow to the top of the right knee, sink back. Find that connection, unify your body from your right toe all the way to your right pinky, crown of your head. Twist a little deeper and then release. Bring yourself all the way up on the inhale. Hands at the heart center. Cross your left leg over your right. Come to figure four. And then deepen in. Sticking the bottom out, tailbone out. Right hand on right hip, left toes to left peace finger. Bring the knee up, and then extend it out. It's okay, just a little music glitch, no big deal. Reach the arm up, the song will come back. Yes. Breath in, lots of glitches lately with the internet, and then back to center your breath out. Go ahead and lower it and come down. All the way down. Pressing the hands. There we go. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And press the palms together, Samasthiti. Okay, if you have a block or books or a can, it would be good to place that at the front of your mat. I'll put one at either side for me, depending on which side we demonstrate on. Here we go. So we're going to come back to a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedaling the legs. And then from here, you're going to step your right leg through, right leg lunge, landing that heel, landing and lunge. Spinning the back foot down, coming up to a warrior one. So warrior one here. Interlace your hands behind your back, arch the heart, and then bow forward. Now some of you can release the hands, you can get a bind, you can get the bind we worked on last week under the leg, or the bind around the back leg, or you can just stay in traditional warrior one, humble warrior. Sweep the arms up and release on the inhale, all the way up, twist it open to the right. Come onto those left feet, those left toes. Here's your twisted lunge. Now from here, you're going to launch forward. Your left hand is going to go down towards the block. Your right hand is going to lift. I like the block on a higher setting normally than this. Reach, and then engaging your core. This is revolved half moon. Engaging your core, you're going to bring your left knee in. Whoop. All the way to the chest. grab that foot from the outside or the knee, sweep the left arm back and extend it out. Look at something that's not moving. That's key with balancing. Here you go. Breath. Breath out. Inhale. And then exhale. Come out the way you went in. Slow. Left arm down. Grab the foot. It's a bit of a challenging class, but we're living in some challenging times. So my question is, do we become our story, or do we just enjoy a little bit? You are not, whether you can do this pose or not, revolve dancer, is not going to be on your tombstone. She was a good person, but she never really got the reverse dancer. Not going to happen. So breath out. Don't become your story. Step it back. Twisted lunge. Close it up. Sweep the right leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Straighten that leg. And knee to nose. Now curl it underneath you. You can stay here and fall in triangle. Or, we've been doing a lot of work to do the side body opening and strengthening. You can grab back, grab the outside of your foot, and extend it, come to full compass pose. Ish. Get as far as you can. And then from here, your modification would be fall in triangle. You can plant your left hand down, right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hips, shift the weight forward a little bit, and land the foot. Push the hips up. Big stretch on the inhale. Close it up on the exhale. Come to plank pose. Pass through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Pull the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo! Bring the left leg up. Step it through. Left leg lunge. Ground the heel. Bend the knee. Drop your right heel in. Come all the way up. Warrior one is your inhale on this side. Exhale the air. Interlace your hands behind your back. Go deep. I challenge you to go somewhere that you did not go on your other side. This is your tighter side, meaning it's your stronger side. Okay? So from here, you can stay here, humble warrior. You can take the bind. I have to step my foot in a little bit. Or you can take the other bind where this arm dips underneath. You choose. Stay with your breath. Breath out. Sweep the arms back up on the inhale. And then exhale the air. Come back to center. Now reach the left arm out, right arm out in front of you. And bring it. Get a block ready or a can or something. If your dog is taking a nap, I don't think that's going to happen, but lift your right leg up. Left arm straighten. Big breath. And then bend both knees and come up. And here's your revolve. You can stay here, or you can grab the outside of your foot and extend it out. And look over your right shoulder. Think about what a beautiful day it is. How fortunate we are to be here practicing yoga together. Breath in, whoop. Breath out, go ahead and unwind. And then grab the foot, come to reverse dancer on this side. This is as much of a workout for your brain as it is for your body. Big breath, give a little kick, a little reach, and come all the way down. Step it back, twisted lunge. Just the way we started. Go ahead and close it up. Push back to downward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Now sweep that left leg up. It wants a chance. Knee to nose. Cross it under. I'm going to go this way so you see what I'm doing. And then maybe you're going to stay down here. Or possibly you're going to go for compass pose. In that case, I bend my right knee just to kind of launch. I grab the outside of my foot and I give it a little kick and a little reach. Breath in, breath out. Now I'm going to close it up. Put my right hand down, lift my left leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hip, maybe flip the dog on this side. Close it back up on an inhale, downward facing dog. And then come to your forearms, dolphin pose. My gaze is at my thumbs. I'm walking my feet a little bit closer, just getting that stretch. Taking a breath in, letting a breath go. Plugging my shoulders into my sockets. I can grab the block and press my hands with the block if I want. And then pushing back with the hips. Now release, come all the way down to your stomach. Hands alongside your body, forehead to the mat. Inhale, loop the shoulders, pick everything up, locust pose. Spine strengthening. Big inhale here. And an exhale. Breath in, arms out, and in front of you. Good for 3, 2, 1. Press your hands underneath. Push back to child's pose. Child's pose, just a little reset here. Big inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale and ripple round forward. Come to tabletop position. Pick up your right arm. Thread it underneath you. Thread the needle. Now you can pick up your shoulder, roll a little bit more onto your back. You can take your left hand onto your sacrum, or if you choose, put your left arm above and pick up your left leg. That's it. Stay here and feel that stretch. Breath. Breath out. Go ahead and close it up. Sweep the right arm up. Close it up. And then left arm sweeps up on the inhale. Cross it under on the exhale. Come up a little bit more onto your back. Press your right arm. And then hand to sacrum. Forehand around to take a bind. And maybe you extend that way, maybe you don't. Breath in. Breath out. Come back to center, push your right hand down, left arm comes up, and back to tabletop position. Now from here, you're nice and warmed up, we're gonna do some back bending. Okay, so we're gonna start with some bridge, and then come to some wheel. You're gonna lower yourself down. Back of the hands on the ground, palms toward the ceiling. Pick up the hips, nice and slowly, slowly, slowly. Interlace your hands underneath you and raise up. And once you're stable here, you're balanced on the back of your shoulder. It's Setu-bandha. It's a shoulder stand variation, actually. Keeping that chin tucked in. Look up and only up in this pose, and then bring your right knee into your chest and lift it up, straight leg. Pulse at 5, 4, 3, turning that left quad on, 2, 1. Knee back in, cross it over to figure 4, keep the hips up, and then release your hands, lower it down, take a twist, let your legs drop over to the left. Now from here, you can stay here and twist open to the right, or you can grab your bottom foot with your right hand and your top foot with your left hand and straighten that top leg out. Pretzel pose. Your hips are stacked. You're in for 5 breaths here. This is to get you set up for the rest of your day. Three more. What changes with each of your exhales? Okay, very, very slowly bring yourself back. Second set of bridge on this side. Hands up. Press the knees and pick up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Make a little wrench. Make a little altar for your heart, they would say. And then from here, bring the left knee into your chest. And extend. And push it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross it over, figure 4. Lift those hips. And then drop it down slowly, slowly. Drop your hips to the right. Now you can stay here for this twist. I love this one. Or you can also grab the top foot with your right hand. We've been doing a lot of this. You've been doing it the whole practice. And then the bottom leg with your left hand and extend it out to pretzel pose. It doesn't really look like a pretzel. It's just one of those poses that they gave a strange name. It looks like a pretzel where somebody lost their focus after the first knot. So inhale the air. Big deep exhale. Your ITs are going to write you a thank you note after this class. They should. Come back into center very slowly, slowly. Knees to your chest. Give yourself a big, big squeeze. Okay, now your choice. Second set of bridge, supported bridge, or wheel. So your choice. Hands to the outside of the ears if you want wheel, and I would suggest putting a block between your knees and stopping if you lose the block. So you're going to press up to the crown and then straighten. In for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lower down. Soles of the feet together. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the kindness of these two hands. Second set, one more set of bridge or wheel or Ustrasana. I'll demonstrate Ustrasana for this one. You can do a second set of wheel if you want. So again, block between the knees. I like to have my hands on my back. I also like to use a wall for this one because I'm facing the wall and I'm pressing my hip bones into the wall. So big breath in, tucking my chin, leading back through the center. And then maybe grabbing my heels without dropping my head back all the way and arching, lifting up. Coming back to center on the inhale. That can be a very, very intense pose. So we're going to take a little stretch out of it. Come to sit on your knees. Reach your arms up. And then pull that left wrist with your right hand and drop the hips over to the left. Last week, to help the neck, we decided to extend that left arm, look down to the right, and reach. And then back to center on the inhale. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Drop the hips over. And then maybe right arm extends, look down to the left. You'll feel that space where you get that stretch. Take some of the tension out of your neck. And come back up on the inhale. And if you can, either sit on your block, if you choose, or if you can do this pose without the block. If you're sitting on your block, this is hero's pose. You're going to come down as low as you can go, maybe even to your elbows, and pick the hips up. If you don't need the block and your bottom can come to the ground without it, lower yourself down slowly. Reach the arms above your head. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows and getting that big, beautiful stretch through the psoas. As we get older, the front of the body, that muscle, the psoas, tends to shorten to give that curve. And then your back muscles overextend and they get thin. That's where you see hunched over older people. Don't become one of those. Keep the psoas stretched and long. Come up very, very slowly without going too much from side to side, just minimally. Come up to center and then come over with legs onto one side or the other. Extend the legs out in front of you nice and long. Reach your arms up. And then forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Reach and lengthen through the spine. If your low back is bothering you, as soon as your back does anything but, as soon as your back starts to round, that's when you stop. I would stop right here. If you want to stretch your mid back, go all the way down or as far down as you can go. Big breath. Breath out. Come back to center. Then bring your knees into your chest. And lower yourself down nice and slowly, slowly to your back. And then from here, if you've got a wall handy, take a block or a book, put it underneath your sacrum. Bring it as close to the wall as you can, and then legs up the wall pose. This is a wonderful pose for insomnia, varicose vein treatment and prevention of. Great pose for anxiety. You're resetting your lower chakras, which have to do with survival, so important right now. Stay here for about 5 good breaths. This was a challenging class today. And these are challenging times we're living in. So we practice on the mat, not judging when we can't come into a pose or the way that we come into a pose. Your identity is not the poses you do, just like your identity is not the mistakes you make or your successes. That's your experience. Come in very, very slowly. You can come off the wall here. Roll onto a side, come to tabletop position. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Stretch up, and then come to pigeon pose. And again, you can use a block under your right hip if you want in this pose. You can take the twist that we took last week or 2 weeks ago with your left arm underneath and your right arm behind you, grabbing your toe. The most important thing about this pose is that you surrender. Not meaning you give up, just meaning you accept what is. Stop fighting what is. Releasing and coming back to center, crossing your left leg in front. Taking your right hand to the outside of your left foot and extending it up for the last time on this side. pigeon on this side. If this hurts your knee in any way, you can come to pigeon on your back. And that would be figure 4. And I love this pose. I just take my arm underneath my leg, I pull it towards me, I push the knee away a little bit. This is still pigeon. Still gives you a surrender, still gives you the outer hip stretch. You can even take a block and put it under your heel to support that leg a little bit and facilitate more of an opening. Or do traditional pigeon. Back to center and give yourself a big, huge squeeze. Maybe a little happy baby or a little dead bugs pose. You can bend up your knees, grab the top of the knees, grab your feet from the inside or the outside, rock a little side to side, maybe straighten the legs. Then bring both knees into your chest. And come to your Shavasana. Give yourself a big squeeze. And take up some space in this pose. And just feel your limbs be heavy. Ground down into your space. So with this being Mother's Day week that you're watching this, Mother's Day weekend that I'm recording this, I want you to think about all the ways that you can be the best mother in the world to yourself. Think about the nurturing. Think about what would my ideal mother have said to me. Maybe she did say those words. Maybe you're fortunate and you had that mom. I hope you did. But if you didn't, it's never too late because you're here. And although you can't change your story, you don't need to become your story. So watch the tendency to become your story. The pen is in your hand. You're writing this story. So true motherhood involves unconditional love. True motherhood involves not placing somebody's identity as their behaviors, as their failures, or as their successes. Just total, pure love, just because you're you. If you haven't experienced that, I hope that you do, and you can give this to yourself. Know that when others behave in ways that are not congruent to this, it's just because they're detached from this feeling of self-love. So look under it. Everybody wants the same things. They want safety, they want health, they want to be heard and seen. And although some of the ways that people are asking for it right now in these times might rub you the wrong way, I'm going to encourage you to look underneath to the place that we're all the same. And that is why we practice yoga. To come deep breath in, fill up. And then exhale the air, roll to one side or the other. When you're ready, come to a tall seat. Place your hands in front of your heart center. And thumbs at your third eye center. Lengthen a little bit more through the crown, ground down a little bit more through the tail. Unify your body, your head, your heart, your gut knowledge. To the space that we all reside in, to the light within each of us, within every one of us. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this practice. I hope to see you next week.